Good evening. I am Ashley Thompson. We start with breaking news tonight. Governor Brian Kemp and Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan say the request for a special session regarding the election won't go anywhere. In a joint statement, the two say the convening of a special session in order to select a separate slate of presidential electors is not allowed under state or federal law. And all eyes on Georgia tonight for a much anticipated debate. Senator Kelly Loeffler and her Democratic challenger, Raphael Warnock, going toe to toe. It comes less than 1 month before voters head to the polls in a special U.S. Senate runoff election. The other Senate race puts incumbent Senator David Perdue against his Democratic challenger, Jon Ossoff. Perdue declined a debate with Ossoff tonight. CBS 46's Haley Mason is live at Georgia Public Broadcasting in Midtown with more on both events.
Ashley, tonight we got to see the candidates face to face as they vie for a seat to represent Georgians in Washington. Some trying to keep their seat, Loeffler and Perdue, Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock trying to unseat those incumbents. But David Perdue declined again to debate Jon Ossoff. We'll show you a little bit of that video as Jon Ossoff took the stage by himself again after David Perdue declined to debate him yet again. Ossoff instead answered questions from a panel of moderators while criticizing his opponent for not showing up. Later in the evening, Senator Kelly Loeffler faced off with Reverend Raphael Warnock in the nearly neck-and-neck race where Warnock is looking to unseat Loeffler, who was appointed to the job. Loeffler had clear talking points, repeatedly referring to Warnock as radical liberal Raphael Warnock as she tried to bash his affiliations and associate him with socialism and Marxism. Warnock rebutted, though, largely ignoring Loeffler's characterizations of him, but stating that he stands for protecting the health care of Georgians, police reform, and bringing pandemic relief. He argued that Loeffler voted against early pandemic relief and health care. The debate then shifted to race relations as Loeffler defended her stance against the Black Lives Matter movement and Warnock defended his stance for police reform. Take a listen to this heated exchange that just wrapped about an hour ago.
So tonight, can you tell us where your loyalty lies as you vie to represent the state of Georgia? Is it with Governor Kemp or President Trump?
Lisa, my loyalties are with Georgia. That's my number one focus, making sure that Georgians know what's at stake. The life of every African American is important, and there is no place for racism in this country. But there are organizations whose number one goal is to defund the police. And we know that that hurts minority communities more than anyone. And we have to stand with our men and women of law enforcement. And I will always do that. You know, that's a distraction from the fact that my opponent does not stand with police officers. He's endorsed by organizations whose number one goal is to defund the police. There's not a racist bone in my body.
Kelly Loeffler is trying to misrepresent me because she knows that she has spent the first 10 months, all 10 months of her tenure, thinking about herself. They're wondering when in the world are they going to get some COVID-19 relief. They haven't gotten any from Kelly Loeffler. When you received the private briefing regarding the coronavirus pandemic, you dumped millions of dollars of stock in order to protect your own investments. And then weeks later, when there came an opportunity to give ordinary Georgians an extra $600 of relief, you said you saw no need and called it counterproductive.
And that's just some of that hour-long exchange between the two candidates. After this debate, Jon Ossoff met with reporters. CBS 46 was chosen to be in that select group where he answered questions one-on-one. Meanwhile, Loeffler sent a surrogate, the governor of South Dakota, and Warnock sent Sarah Riggs Amico, former Senate candidate from Georgia herself, to speak on his behalf. We'll have more on this debate coming up on CBS 46 News tonight at 11. Reporting live at the GPB Broadcasting TV station, Haley Mason for CBS 46 News.